I recently visited People State Forest near Barkhamsted, Connecticut, and hiked the Jessie Gerard Trail. The trail grabbed my interest right from the start. I'm only about, I don't know, not even, maybe a quarter mile into this trail, and I came across this neat little bit of history. A plaque designating a cemetery provides a brief history of a settlement that inhabited the land back in the 1700s, known as the Barkhamsted Lighthouse Village. The unmarked headstones of many who occupied the village are visible from the trail side. That was a really neat little surprise. I was not expecting this. As I journeyed onward, I couldn't help but admire the array of mushrooms that were visible all along the trail edge. I love the way this one seemed to just grow up, and see how it pushed the leaves up with it. These little guys are so cute. They're along the trail side, and they're only about the size right there. They're only about the size of a nickel, but they have a really interesting pattern on them. This one's really neat. I like the way it's sort of blackened around the edges. All right, so the trail actually continues straight, but it looks like there is a path here that follows alongside this brook. Every turn offered me something new and interesting to see. Oh wow, that looks like it's going to be a waterfall. Wow. That is pretty cool. There's two lookouts here. One is right up here. That must open that view up for us. Wow. There's not too many summit views in this area that are just this expansive. And here I must be approaching the next lookout, which is just as spectacular. I'm approaching two really big sized rocks here. Wow, the air feels cool right here as you step between these two rocks. That's really neat. And there's almost an echoey sound. That's the blaze I'm following, but that's not the name of the trail. Of course, it wouldn't be an average Jill hike if I didn't become a little navigationally challenged. So I'm going to pull out my map and see if the trail that I want overlaps this trail. I don't know. I can't tell on this map. In my defense, the scale on the map had the loop I was following in an area smaller than a dime. So I followed the blaze. This is a neat little interesting pool. What's this? I walked in only a short distance before I came upon a project site coordinated by Friends of the American Legion and the People State Forest. Looks like a neat little pond. According to the state's Forestry Division, the project is to clean out and restore fire ponds that were constructed back in the 1930s. This one, found along the Charles Pack Trail, is the first to be done. Good thing I just checked my All Trails map, because I was certain that I was going the right way. I almost didn't even turn it on because I've been booking through here, and I am off the trail. I'm still not certain what I did wrong, but at that point in the day it was too late to complete the loop, so I turned and headed back the same way I came in, which led me to a very unexpected encounter. Just went up a little bit because I just walked in on a bear. When I spotted the bear, he was about 25 feet away with his back to me and appeared to be wrestling with something on the ground only a few feet off the trail. At the same time I spotted him, he turned, and the sight of his light brown snout pointing in my direction was my cue to back away. The first time I saw a bear on a trail scared the shit out of me. I've been going up, and I can see down ridge pretty far, probably 100 feet, but I wouldn't have seen that bear if it wasn't for him making noise, crackling twigs. After I felt confident the bear had moved on, I took a deep breath and headed back down the ridge. And I think at this point I'm past the point on the trail where I saw him, but wow. He was a pretty big bear. I'm not gonna lie, it was a scary trek back to my car. I couldn't have felt more relieved when I reached the trailhead. In hindsight, you know, I did follow what I've been told to do if I see a bear, which is to first have, you know, try not to have any conflict at all and just kind of back away. And I did do that. I was being attentive to, obviously, if he turned and I felt that he was behind me, which I would have seen because of the way the switchbacks were, I would have made myself appear big and make noise, but thankfully I didn't have to do that because I think I startled him as much as he startled me. Well, that was enough excitement to increase my heart rate today.